Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jack, and this practice focuses on side crow, Parsvabhakasana, but it's really geared to those of you that are just encountering this pose, those of you that find this pose difficult, which is, most people, other than if it's not. So just do your best. Know that we're gonna get sweaty, but know that I will make it accessible and I'm on this journey with you. So I'll see you on the mat soon. Okay everyone, so let's go ahead and get into downward facing dog to begin. And we're just gonna begin to pedal the heels out a little bit and show up in the physical asana practice. So as you pedal the heels out, check in with yourself. How's the body feeling today? How does it feel to be in your own skin? Try to breathe, initiate the deep inhales and the deep exhales. And when you feel like being still, you might find some stillness. Press through the finger pads and the knuckles. Nice. Now let's inhale, come forward into a plank pose. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose, come forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, press back. Inhale, plank pose. This time drop your knees. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Good. Let's go ahead and bring the forearms to the mat. Interlace your fingers, tuck your toes, and lift up into forearm plank. Now in forearm plank, I want you to practice driving the elbows and the wrists down to broaden the upper back, pull the lower belly in and up, and try to breathe. Wake up the legs. Nice, bring your hips back down to the mat. Let's broaden the chest for Sphinx Pose. Press the tops of the feet down into the floor. Exhale, plant the palms, tuck the toes, press back, downward facing dog. Nice, from down dog, inhale, reach the right leg high, bend the right knee, and open the hip. Feel free to circle the ankle or the knee. Drive through both of the hands as you pull the outer left hip up and back. Nice, inhale, stretch the right leg long. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands at the top of the mat. Come up onto the left fingertips and reach the right hand high to the sky. Spread the fingers, draw the left shoulder onto the back. Feel that you could take the head back a little bit here. Nice. Exhale, take the right hand down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into a plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Good. Come to your forearms. Let's interlace the fingers once again and come back into our favorite pose. Forearm plank. Lift your hips. Tuck the tailbone. Drive through the elbows and the wrists to broaden the upper back. One more breath. Nice. Bring your hips all the way down to the mat. Broaden the shoulders in Sphinx Pose. Exhale, plant the palms, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale, reach the left leg high, bend the left knee, open the hip. Circle the ankle or the knee if that feels nice. Nice. Inhale, stretch the left leg long. Exhale, step the left foot all the way in between the hands. Come up onto your right fingertips. Reach the left hand high to the sky. As you wake up the back right leg, make sure the left knee sits over the ankle. Nice. Take the left hand down. Step back, downward facing dog. From here, walk your hands back to meet your feet at the very back of the mat. So your feet should be about hips distance apart. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Bend your knees just a little bit. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Or interlace the hands at the base of the skull. You could sway side to side. Anything to just traction the spine out a little bit. Feel spaciousness in the neck. Nice, let the hands hang down towards the mat. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk the hands back into downward facing dog. Good. From downward facing dog, inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Now pause, hold it. Round the back, pull the lower belly in. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Bring the back left knee down. Rise up, full crescent lunge. Sweep the hands above the head. I meant to say half crescent lunge, so bring that back knee down if the knee is lifted. Nice. Now we're going to come into an open arm twist as we drop into some rotation here. On your exhale, reach your right hand back and your left hand forward. Squeeze your outer hips in. Feel that you could drag your right heel towards your left knee and your left knee towards your right heel. Come back to center, reach the hands above the head. Exhale, take the hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down. Come to the forearms, interlace the fingers. Tuck the toes, forearm plank. Lift, 2 breaths. Make sure you follow the breath. Good, exhale, bring your hips all the way down. Broaden the chest, Sphinx pose. Exhale, plant the palms. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Pull it in and round. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Bring the right knee down. Rise up, full crescent lunge. Reach the arms. Tuck the tailbone a little bit. And then on your exhale, open arm twist. Reach your right hand back and your left hand forward. Good. So I'm not just hanging out here, but I'm pulling everything into the midline as I reach my arms. Take the chin away from the chest. And most importantly, breathe. Nice. Inhale, reach the hands above the head. Exhale, take the hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, come all the way to the belly. Last time for now with this, come to the forearms, interlace the fingers, tuck the toes, lift up forearm plank. Now this time, Dolphin Pose. Stick the butt up to the sky and walk your feet forward as you drive through the elbows and through the wrists. So I've been doing a lot of voiceovers lately in these videos, and I've decided, because of an Instagram poll, that I was going to do it live while going with you. And, you know, it's hard to do that, so if you hear me huffing and puffing, just know that I am here with you, suffering with you, for the greater good of my body and my practice. So stick with me, friends. Good, rise or step the feet back into forearm plank. Take a big inhale. Exhale, bring the hips down. Inhale, Sphinx Pose. Broaden the shoulders. Exhale, tuck the toes. Press back, downward facing dog. Good, big inhale. Open mouth, exhale, release. Good, from downward facing dog, walk your feet forward to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. So the feet could be hips distance, the feet could be together, whatever works for your body, but sit nice and low. Now I want you to cactus the arms, open the chest. Rotate here to your left. Hover your right elbow above your right knee and come a little bit lower. Draw the lower belly in. Good, come back to center. Exhale, hover the left elbow above the left knee. Ground through the inner heels. If the feet are together, squeeze the knees together. Pull the lower belly in. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, stand tall. Bring the arms down by the sides. Very good. So we're going to move through some basic lunging salutations to build some heat. Inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back. Bring the knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, hands down, step back, plank pose. Take a big inhale. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Press the tops of the feet down, cobra pose. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. A little bit different. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, almost pigeon pose. So act like you're going to bring the right shin forward into pigeon pose, but don't. Good. Three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Bring the left knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head, half crescent. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Halfway lift. And forward fold. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center, arms by the sides. Good. Let's keep going. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step the left foot back. Bring the left knee down. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands down. Step back, plank pose. Press the floor away. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Enjoy the breath and let it support you. One more big inhale. Good. Inhale, reach the left leg high to the sky. Exhale, almost pigeon pose. Press through the hands. 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands, right knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, empty the lungs, exhale. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Good. Bring the weight into the left foot. Take your right ankle to your left thigh, hands to heart center. Now, sit the hips back and down. Maybe bring the forearms to rest on the right shin. Maybe touch the hands down towards the floor. Or even take left hand to right heel and press hand and heel into one another. But wherever you are, friends, keep the left knee bent, pretty bent, and stick the butt out. Good. Bring your hands back to heart center. Straighten the left leg, draw the right knee up towards the chest. Exhale, take the right foot down. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Bring the weight into the right foot. Take your left ankle to your right thigh and bring the hands to meet at heart center. You might stay here. You might bring the forearms to the shin. You might take your hands down to the mat and take right hand to meet the left heel and press them into one another. There's a tendency for the left hip to drop too low here, so don't let that happen. Good. Bring your hands back to heart center. Straighten the right leg. Pull the left knee up towards the chest. That's hard to balance in, but do your best. Good. Take the left foot down. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step the right foot back. Keep the right leg straight. Full crescent lunge. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, hands down. Plank pose and pause. Take a big inhale. Optional chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Big inhale. Open mouth, release. Right leg high, inhale. This time, exhale, right knee to left elbow. Cross the midline. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. This time, thread the foot through. Ground the back left heel, reach the left hand high and pause. Now drive through the right hand, lift your right hip, take the shoulders onto the back. Exhale, left hand down. Three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Full crescent lunge. Pull the hip points up, reach through the arms. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Halfway lift, make sure you're breathing. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands through heart center. Good. Let's go ahead and do the other side now. Inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step the left foot back. Full crescent lunge, inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands down. Step back, plank pose. Take a big inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Good, inhale, reach the left leg high. This time, exhale, left knee to right tricep. Inhale, kick. Exhale, once again, left knee, right tricep. This time, thread the foot through. Ground the right heel, reach the right hand high. Now, lift the hips, take the head back, drive through the left hand. On your exhale, take your right hand down. Three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Full crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step forward to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Good, now this time, bring the feet all the way together. Let's take the right thumb into the right hip crease. Reach the left hand up and over to the right. And on your exhale, pull the navel in and hook left elbow at right knee. And bring your hands to meet at heart center. So we're starting to set up the pose that we're working towards. But first, I just want you to feel that you could draw the thumbs towards the sternum and twist. Squeeze the legs together. Good, on your exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Take the left thumb into the left hip crease. Reach the right hand up and over. Exhale, hook right elbow at left knee. It works better on the exhale. And then bring your hands to meet at heart center. For some people, this pose is really easy. For people like me, maybe like you, it's not. So honor where your body is and just breathe. Nice, on your exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Bring the feet back to hips distance apart. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Make your way through an optional vinyasa. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Open mouth, exhale, release. Nice, inhale, reach the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, almost pigeon pose. Bring your right shin forward, round the back. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Bring the back left knee down. Half crescent lunge. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. So we're gonna come back into that twist that we were in just a second ago, but with one leg back in a lunge. Take right thumb into right hip crease. Inhale, reach left hand up and over to the right. Exhale, hook left elbow at right knee and bring your hands to meet at heart center. If you want to tuck the toes and lift off the back left knee, that's totally up to you. I'm going to keep the knee down because this is hard enough. Take 2 more deep breaths. Big inhale. Good, exhale, touch the hands down, step back, plank pose and pause. Now, lower your right forearm down, turn the right hand in a little bit, roll to the pinky toe side of your right foot. Forearm side plank. Reach the left hand high. Squeeze the glutes, take the head back. 2 more breaths. Good, on your exhale, take the left hand down, rise back up, plank pose. Big inhale, optional chaturanga, or straight back into downward facing dog. Good, let's take a big inhale. Open mouth, release. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Exhale, almost pigeon pose, pose, round the back. 3-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands, bring the right knee down. Beautiful, rise up, half crescent lunge. Sweep the hands above the head. Take left thumb into left hip crease. Inhale, reach the right hand up and over. Exhale, hook right elbow at left knee and bring your hands to meet at heart center. Now as you pause here, come into whatever variation that you found on the other side, whether that was lifting off the back knee or keeping the knee down. Most importantly, breathe. 2 more breaths. Big inhale. Exhale, touch the hands down. Step back, plank pose. Lower your left forearm down, turn the hand in a little bit. Roll to the pinky toe side of your left foot and reach the right hand high to the sky. Can you squeeze the glutes and drive through the left elbow? Don't let your right hip peel open too much. Nice, on your exhale, take the right forearm down, forearm plank this time. Big inhale. Exhale, bring your hips all the way down. Sphinx pose, broaden the chest. Exhale, plant the palms, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Good, from downward facing dog, I actually want you to drop your knees and we're gonna roll onto the back and just kind of work something out in the pose before we do it on the hands. So get onto your back and then go ahead and plant the feet down into the floor. Reach the arms long up towards the ceiling and open the palms towards the sky. Now, squeeze your legs together, lift your knees up. And on your exhale, come into side crow Parsva on the back. So take your right elbow towards your left thigh, draw your left thigh towards your right elbow. Could you lift your left shoulder blade up and away from the floor? Pull everything in. Good, come back to center. Exhale, switch sides. So right thigh to left elbow, pull it in. Try to lift your right shoulder blade off the mat. Nice, let's come back to the other side. So try to lift the tailbone up and away from the floor. I know it's really hard. Reach through the hands, feel your abs work, your inner thighs work. Come back to center, twist to the right, left elbow to right thigh, crunch and round. Beautiful, and then relax. Place the feet down. Let your head be heavy and your arms come down by the sides. Let's take a big inhale into the belly. Open mouth, exhale, release. Deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale, release. Very nice. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock and roll all the way up. And then I want you to face the long way of your mat. Come to the back of the mat into a little squat. Bring your big toes to touch. So you're back here. And we're gonna come into side crow now. So if this doesn't work for you, why the hell are you doing this class? No, I'm just kidding. If you can stay on the back and do that first variation. There's a lot of value in trying something out, even if you can't do it. Sometimes we don't always find success in every pose, but you just do the best you can. So from here, in this little squat, I want you to take your right hand to your right thigh and use that to help you hook left elbow at right thigh. Good. Bring the left hand down to the mat. Step the right hand, rather than back, step the right hand off to the right in the same line as the mat. Now, from here, lift the butt up, bend the elbows, and see if you can come into side crow. So, especially if you have a little belly, this pose can be really demanding and difficult. So that's why it's really important to get the elbow down the thigh and round the back a little bit. You have to round and use the core. Good. So maybe try it out one more time on this side. I'll just watch. Wow, incredible. Incredible work. Nice. Yeah, I'm not just stalling so that I don't have to do it again. I'm just watching you. Anyways, let's try the next side. So I want you to hop to the other side of the mat or crawl like I am. Come into that tiny, cute little squat. Get yourself down there. Now left hand to left thigh. You're gonna use that to pull belly in and up and to hook right elbow or right tricep at the thigh. Take your hands down, step left hand off to the left. Lean forward and lift the butt up. Squeeze the legs together. So part of this is kind of like a teeter-totter. I think that's what it's called. The shoulders have to come forward. The face almost has to come to the floor for the hips to lift up. So because that was so much fun, we're gonna do it one more time on both sides. So I want you to come back to the back of your mat, come into your little squat, stick with me here. Take right hand to right thigh, lift the belly up and over, hook the left elbow or tricep at the thigh, bring your hands down. Don't use your right elbow as support, that's not how the pose is done. Now, shoulders down, butt up. Good. Now if the feet don't lift, not a big deal. If they do, great work. It doesn't matter either way, just do your best. Good, let's come back to the other side of the mat. Bring the big toes to touch. Squeeze the inner thighs, hook right elbow at left thigh, hands down, lift the butt up and lean forward. If the feet lift, great. If they don't, not a big deal. Remember, shoulders down to get the butt up. You have to transition weight forward. Beautiful. When you've had enough of this nonsense, I want you to come back into downward facing dog. Good. From downward facing dog, take a big inhale, press the floor away. Open mouth, exhale, release. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, bring the left knee down. Now as you drive the left hand down, let's reach the right hand high, bend the back left leg, and capture onto the foot if that works for you. You can always drop onto the left forearm, but pull the lower belly in. So remember here, actually, don't remember anything because I don't know why I said that, but we're allowing ourselves to open in the opposite direction just to find a little bit of counterbalance work. We did a lot of spinal flexion, so we're finding some extension. Good, take the right hand down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg high to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Bring the right hand down. Left hand reaches up to the sky. Bend the back right leg and capture onto the foot if you can. Otherwise, keep the hand at the thigh. As you drive the standing right hand down, take the shoulders onto the back, broaden the throat. Few more deep full breaths. Nice, take the left hand down to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Child's pose. Drop the knees down, sits bones to the heels, forehead to the mat. From child's pose, walk your hands back to your knees and come up to standing on your knees. Now, if you need a little extra padding for your knees, toughen up, big boy, because life is hard. No, I'm just kidding. Grab a blanket and place the blanket under your knees. I also said big boy. I could say big girl or, big yogi. And by big, I don't mean big. Anyways, let's move on. Squeeze the glutes, tuck the butt down, lift the chest up to the sky. Maybe take the hands to the sacrum and squeeze the elbows towards one another. Or you could take the hands to the heels. But if you have the hands to the heels, press the heels down, lift the chest up to the sky, and let's take a few more deep, full breaths. Maybe let the head fall back. I like to keep the back of the neck long and draw the ears back. 2 more breaths in Ustrasana, just to kind of unravel from that deep folding and twisting. Nice, and then go ahead and use your abs to come all the way up. Untuck the toes and sit back onto your heels. Close the eyes for a moment and just notice what's coming up in your body. So for me, I've always been able to do side crow and lots of arm balances, and it's really not until this year that I've kind of lost that from my practice. And a lot of things are coming up for me, feelings of shame or embarrassment, or like, who am I to be a yoga teacher? And right now, by sharing my vulnerability with you, by just kind of being in this process with you of growth and development and acceptance, I have this opportunity to, walk the walk, I've always preached accept the body, accept the self where you're at since the beginning of my teaching. And now the practice is saying, well, here you go, Jack. Go ahead and practice what you're preaching. So just know that we're all on this journey together, and I encourage you to understand that this is a process. And even if you can come into crow pose like it's nobody's business, you probably have your own work to do. So take a big inhale and open mouth exhale. Let go of anything that is causing you shame or doubt or regret. Just let it fucking go, because life is too short. Nice. As you feel ready, let's go ahead and gently open the eyes, slide the heels off to the sides, and come down onto the butte. Now, you're gonna grab your block. If you don't have a block, you could use a thick pillow. You could use a small cat. You could use anything that is square shaped. So I'm looking like a peanut. I'm looking at this massive peanut bowl in front of me, and I could use that. But anyways, figure out what you're gonna use, roll onto your back, plant the feet down onto the floor, and then lift your hips and slide whatever you're using, if it's a block or a peanut jar, under your sacrum. Now your sacrum is not your lower back, nor is it the kind of bottom of your butte. So just have it in a nice comfortable space, arms by the sides. Maybe roll the shoulders under the back. Let's find a few deep breaths together. Big inhale. Open mouth exhale, release. Deep inhale. Open mouth exhale, release. One more inhale. And open mouth exhale, release. So stay exactly where you are. I'm just coming up to sit in front of the camera so that I can, guide you with a little bit more intimacy. So let's give it a few more rounds of breath here. If you have something stable enough under your hips that you want to lift your legs up or stretch the legs out long, you're totally welcome to do that. Now take a big inhale and an open mouth exhale. One more big inhale. And open mouth exhale, release. Deep inhale. And open mouth, release. Now press the feet down, lift your hips off of whatever's under you and sink your hips down. Bring the bottoms of the feet together and take your hands to your belly. Squish your belly a little bit. Whether it's big or small or flat or round, I just want you to honestly feel this sense of deep gratitude for your belly and for your body for carrying you through life. Whoop-de-fucking-do if you can do side crow. If you can honor your body and honor your belly and honor where you're at, that is what it means to be freaking enlightened and on this path of yoga. Has nothing to do with side crow. Side crow is simply something for you to go through so that you can experience this deeper understanding of who you are in the center of your being. So if that resonates with you, if it doesn't resonate with you, it's all good, but I just want you to appreciate your body. Take a big inhale, and open mouth, exhale, release. Hug your knees into your chest. And let's go ahead and come into Happy Baby's pose. Grab onto the pinky toe sides of the feet or the inner arches. Rock side to side. You could stretch one leg out and the other leg. Be a little tiny baby. Nice. And then as you feel ready, hug your knees into your chest. Round your forehead to your knees. Squeeze the air out of the lungs. And stretch out into that final resting pose, final Shavasana. So, it was wonderful practicing with all of you today, and I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you felt challenged, but not defeated. That is my intention in teaching difficult things. Know that even though we're not together right now, I support you, and if you have any questions, if you need anything at all, feel free to comment below or send me a DM on Instagram. It's Jack Workman Yoga. And don't forget, I'm doing a retreat in Joshua Tree on October 7th through the 10th. And if you're interested, there's a few beds left. So see you around, friends.